The North American datum is the datum now used to define the geodetic network in North America. A datum is a formal description of the shape of the Earth along with an anchor point for the coordinate system. In surveying, cartography, and land use planning, two North American datums are in use, the North American datum of 1927 and the North American datum of 1983. Both are geodetic reference systems based on slightly different assumptions and measurements. First North American datum. In 1901 the United States Coast and Geodetic Survey adopted a national horizontal datum called the United States Standard Datum, based on the Clark ellipsoid of 1866. It was fitted to data previously collected for regional datums, which by that time had begun to overlap. In 1913, Canada and Mexico adopted the datum, so it was also renamed the North American datum. North American datum of 1927, as more data were gathered, discrepancies appeared, so the datum was recomputed in 1927, using the same spheroid and origin as its predecessor. The North American datum of 1927 was based on surveys of the entire continent from a common reference point that was chosen in 1901, because it was as near the center of the contiguous United States as could be calculated. It was based on a triangulation station at the junction of the transcontinental triangulation arc of 1899 on the 39th parallel north and the triangulation arc along the 98th meridian west that was near the geographic center of the contiguous United States. The datum declares the Meads Ranch triangulation station to be 39 degree 13 euro squared 26.686 euro cubed north latitude, 98 degree 32 euro squared 30.506 euro cubed west longitude. 27 Namibian dollars is oriented by declaring the azimuth from Meads Ranch to Waldo to be 255 degree 28 euro squared 14.52 euro cubed from north. The latitude and longitude of every other point in North America is then based on its distance and direction from Meads Ranch. If a point was x meters in azimuth y degrees from Meads Ranch, measured on the Clark ellipsoid of 1866, then its latitude and longitude on that ellipsoid were defined and could be calculated. A euro by definition. A euro calculated. These are the defining dimensions for 27 Namibian dollars. But Clark actually defined his 1866 spheroid as A equals 20,926,062 British feet, B equals 20,855,121 British feet. The conversion to meters uses Clark's 1865 inch-meter ratio of 39.370432. Most USGS topographic maps were published in 27 Namibian dollars and many major projects by the United States Army Corps of Engineers and other agencies were defined in 27 Namibian dollars, so the datum remains important, despite more refined datums being available. North American datum of 1983, because Earth deviates significantly from a perfect ellipsoid, the ellipsoid that best approximates its shape varies region by region across the world. Clark 1866, and North American datum of 1927 with it, were surveyed to best suit North America as a whole. Likewise, historically, most regions of the world used ellipsoids measured locally to best suit the vagaries of Earth's shape in their respective locales. While ensuring the most accuracy locally, this practice makes integrating and disseminating information across regions troublesome. As satellite geodesy and remote sensing technology reached high precision and were made available for civilian applications, it became feasible to acquire information referred to a single global ellipsoid. This is because satellites naturally deal with Earth as a monolithic body. Therefore, the GRS-80 ellipsoid was developed for best approximating the Earth as a whole, and it became the foundation for the North American datum of 1983. Though GRS-80 and its close relative, WGS-84, are generally not the best fit for any given region, a need for the closest fit largely evaporates when a global survey is combined with computers, databases, and software able to compensate for local conditions. A euro by definition. A euro calculated. Comparing 27 Namibian dollars to 83 Namibian dollars. A point having a given latitude and longitude in 27 Namibian dollars may be displaced on the order of many tens of meters from another point having the identical latitude and longitude in 83 Namibian dollars, so it is important to specify the datum along with the coordinates. The North American datum of 1927 is defined by the latitude and longitude of an initial point, the direction of a line between this point and a specified second point, and two dimensions that define the spheroid. The North American datum of 1983 is based on a newer defined spheroid. It is an Earth-centered datum having no initial point or initial direction. North American datum 1983 and WGS 84, the initial definition of 83 Namibian dollars, 1986, was intended to match GRS 80 and WGS 84, and many older publications indicate no difference. Subsequent more accurate measurements found a difference typically on the order of a meter over much of the United States. Each datum has undergone refinements with more accurate and later measurements. One fundamental difference is that 83 Namibian dollars is defined to remain essentially constant over time for points on the North American plate, whereas WGS 84 is defined with respect to the average of stations all over the world. Thus there is a change over time as to the difference between the systems. For much of the United States the relative rate is on the order of 1 to 2 centimeters per year. Latest version of North American datum, the United States National Spatial Reference System 83 Namibian dollars, 2011 PA11, Epoch 2010.00, is a refinement of the 83 Namibian dollars datum using data from a network of very accurate GPS receivers at continuously operating reference stations. See also, North American vertical datum of 1988, World Geodetic System. References. External links, NOAA/NGS coordinates CORS active network, explanation of 83 Namibian dollars, 2011 PA11, Epoch 2010.00, NOAA/NGS coordinates passive network, explanation of most recent adjustment of passive network, NADCON a free utility for Microsoft Windows to convert between 27 Namibian dollars and 83 Namibian dollars, NADCON PRL a web-based utility for NADCON, 83 Namibian dollars, What is it and why you should care by Danny Erickson, P.E., Hammett and Edison, Incorporated, Consulting Engineers. 1994 SBE National Convention and World Media Expo.